It's just honestly two fan favorite books are getting new iterations. So that's what we've got. Let's get into it. Hello nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the news as it pertains to comic books and books. No discussion of current storylines, story arcs, or any of those kind of details is going to happen here per se. I am, after all, a one-man organization and can't read every book that comes out and report on it and any of the news therein. But we can talk about new announcements and major changes as they pertain to any of the publishers that we follow, or just generally nerdy literary information in that sense. So let's get into all of that, shall we? And also, if you dig what's going on here, there is a much more up-to-date and possibly relevant, because it takes a second to get these sections posted up, so probably much more up-to-date version of the news in long form I like to call The Week in Nerddom over on the main channel, which you can find linked in the description as well as at the end of this video. That show covers many more points of interest in the nerd community, in the pop culture community at large, and so definitely go check that out. Now let's get into all of those literary notes, shall we? Yeah, so trailers, no follow-ups or corrections, none of that. We only have news this week in comic books and books, and it's two different comic books. First one being Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha. This is a reboot of the franchise. We've been talking about this for some time. Jason Aaron is the writer here. We have art from Chris Burnham. They are bringing in a new iteration of the Turtles for IDW. A lot of the art is very much reminiscent of the Eastman days, so that's pretty dang awesome. It will be in June. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha #1 will be launching. This is the new post number 150 from the main line. It is going to be 10 pages by Jason Aaron and Burnham, focusing on Donatello. The art so far looks freaking fantastic. I'm super excited about this. Burnham is also going to be part of the character-centric storytelling arcs as well. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #4 in October is going to be the one that he does the art for. Again, going to be Donatello-centric. So yeah, that's pretty great. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and anything that's reminiscent of the Eastman Laird stuff, I'm usually all for. So our other piece of news this week is Batman related, and it is the new book called Joker the World. This follows Batman the World. Joker the World is a 184-page hardcover anthology. It's not going to be collecting things that already exist. It's going to be collecting a new set of things called Joker the World. Will be released September 17th. Going to all be different stories of the Joker's antics elsewhere, right? So it's going to, how has the Joker inspired copycats? We're going to probably be seeing some copycat stories. His influence directly onto recruiting people from other countries to do things for him in those other countries. So far, nothing crazy, no crazy details, I should say, have been announced as to exactly what stories and what writers, but as these things get announced, we will be talking about it. Like I said, it is coming September 17th, so that information should be starting to trickle out rather soon. But that is all we have for comic books and books this week. That brings us to the end of the video, nerds. Thank you very much for joining me for the news. Once again, there is a full and probably much more up-to-date and recent episode of the news, the full-length version, if you will, called The Week in Nerddom over on the main channel, linked down in the description, and probably link popping up somewhere around my face right about now. So click on that, go check that out as well, or if you prefer your news in more truncated pieces, then by all means just stick around here and go check out some of the other stuff we offer on this channel. Thank you very much for joining me. We will see you in the next one. Before we go, always remember, nerds, that if it is generally nerdy, it's probably here.